Hello, and welcome to the first multimedia production of Take This Medkit, a show where we'll be doing readings of fanfiction of all sorts and many things to come. I'm Jose, or the real Mr. Pooties. With me here is Jake, or Sly Jab.
My friends call me Sly.
And Sam, or Freeman Ash. And Thomas, he's Thomas. The title of this story is Licken Good.
You said food right in the notes. Alright. Okay.
You're ruining the professionality.
We're reading pornographic stuff, but this is unprofessional.
And I will give the descriptions of stuff. This is called Licken Good. It's by ThanksAntsThants. And
say that
the
3 times fast.
ThanksAntsThants, the penis. Okay.
Whoa.
An awkward misunderstanding, so Cotton Candy brings Pinky and Rainbow Dash closer than ever.
I'm ashamed at myself for having written this. It's cloppy.
Sam did not write this. This is not saying that he wrote it. It's just part of the description. The link will be in the description if you want to read along with us. So there you go.
And for the most part, only me and Jake will be reading it, so Jose and Thomas will be somewhat non-existent during this video.
They may say a few douchey things. They may have their periods. It's not sure what they will do. So be prepared. Yeah, again. You should have seen it. It got really bloody this month. But moving on. Well then, but moving on.
Okay.
So I think I'm ready. Are you ready, Sam? We're going to do the same thing we did last time, okay?
Yep. Okay.
Alright.
You can start.
Licken Good, the Clockfic, by ThanksAntsThants.
Please don't take this too seriously.
Alright, let's get the story started. Rainbow Dash was walking, not flying, into Ponyville, through the outlying fields that encompass the town. Rainbow Dash walking meant one or two things. And as both of her wings were still fully functional and uninjured, it was clear she was hungry. The ground was all well and good. It was where all her best friends lived, but had nothing on the freedom and exhilaration that could be achieved in the skies. However, even Rainbow Dash had to admit the ground was where all the best food was, and that was the Rainbow Pony's primary objective.
That's when she saw it, just lying there, apparently discarded, and it looked delicious. Rainbow's eyes were trained on a large amount of cotton candy. She approached it slowly, ensuring that no pony would see her eating food off the floor. It wasn't like she did it all the time, and these were extenuating circumstances anyway. The real victim of this poor cotton candy, left to fend for herself in the cold, hard wilderness, with no pony there to eat it. She was doing the world a favor by giving this treat the ending it deserved.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Okay, we've given personification to cotton candy.
We have personified cotton candy. That's off the list. By now, the Pegasus nose was more inches away from its prize. She inhaled sharply. It smelled amazing, like no cotton candy she'd ever smelled before. Rainbow Dash's mouth was watering demonstrably. Get that? If it tasted even half as good as it smelt, she was in for a treat. Slowly, closing her, wanting to savor the moment, Rainbow placed a little of the cotton candy in her mouth. It tasted odd, not sweet, like she had expected, but not entirely unpleasant either. Rainbow Dash pondered whether this was due to how long it's been in the fields, when her chain of thought was cruelly interrupted.
Dashy, what are you doing?
Rainbow's eyes shot open as she realized that her best friend had just caught her eating food off the floor. This was going to take months to live down. As the world began to refocus, Rainbow Dash noticed that her face was in very close proximity to a bright pink backside. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Slowly but surely, the cotton candy started to taste a lot less like cotton candy, and a lot more like hair. More specifically, like a tail.
Aw, shit.
You're not going to get away with that. Keep reading.
Oh, gosh dang it. The cyan mare's pupils shrunk to the size of pins, and her face flushed bright red. She spat out Pinky's tail, which now looked considerably less like cotton candy, and considerably more like her best friend's tail, covered with her saliva.
Pinky, this is embarrassing. Honestly, I thought it was cotton candy. I had no idea that was your tail. I'm so sorry. I swear it was an accident. Rainbow stammered. She was never caught for words like this. Even in a cringe-worthy situation such as this, she prided herself in keeping her cool under pressure. Under pressure! But this was something else. Pinky started into the Pegasus' eyes with an unchanging expression. She looked furious.
Well, fantastic work there, Rainbow. You just lost your best friend.
I didn't say stop. Here it goes.
Oh my god.
Pinky's blue eyes.
This early,
Yes.
really.
Pinky's blue eyes pierced through Rainbow, who turned an even brighter shade of red. She couldn't possibly mean what she said.
What? Dash could do nothing but stammer and yammer. She had had a crush on Pinky for years. Whoa! Hola! What? Okay then.
Okay then, this is interesting.
But she
I'm
never
learning about the
mentioned
show.
it. Okay. No wonder we don't know about it ever. She had no idea what was going on. Her mind wrestled between thoughts of, oh, Celestia, this is awesome, to thoughts of, oh, Celestia, this is terrifying.
Slowly, though, the pink pony's serious veneer started to crack. The corners of her mouth quivered, and ultimately, Pinkie Pie burst into laughter and giggles. After several... Fucking kidding me?
Nope.
What was that?
It was laughter and giggle.
Oh my god. You just ruined the whole damn thing.
No, I was trying to make it better.
That's it. The end.
Restart for the 5th time.
Moments. Okay, after several moments, Pinkie's laughing feet ceased, and she got back into her ruse.
Oh, Dashy, your face was priceless. You were trying to eat my tail. That's hilarious. Rainbow Dash breathed a sigh of relief, but part of her was desperately disappointed. She tried to keep a clean face, free of any inkling that she was more than a little bit turned on by the idea of Pinkie with a tail fetish. That's when she noticed that her wings were completely outreached, standing to attention. She wasn't the only one who had noticed. You eating my tail? Oh my. Pinkie's speech was still being interrupted by her adorable giggles. That'd be like me trying to eat your wings.
With that, Pinkie pounced onto Rainbow Dash. Oh god, here we go. Rainbow's back, pushing her chest into the ground and knocking the wind out of her. By the time the Pegasus has regained her breath.
Oh god, chicka wow wow.
Okay, Griff, thanks. I'm not Griff. Fucking Tucker. Oh my god.
Tucker.
Tucker. Her Earth Pony friend was already sitting on her back, beaming, preventing Dash from standing.
Pinkie, what are you doing? Get off! Rainbow Dash's speech was cut off as Pinkie put her mouth around the base of one of Dash's feathers. Rainbow gasped. She looked around as best she could at Pinkie, whose eyes were closed in a kind of a big, happy semicircles that meant she was delightedly, wonderfully happy about something. The party pony ran her tongue up and down Rainbow's feathers, occasionally stopping to make faux eating noises and giggle at her own joke.
Meanwhile, the brain of Pinkie's joke was lying there, eyes tightly shut and teeth gritted. Pinkie had no idea how amazing she was making Dash feel.
Oh god!
Rainbow was too embarrassed to say anything. To the point that Pinkie moved her tongue to hide she felt.
I'm sorry, hold on, time out. You may be hearing this out of context. I'm playing Half-Life 2 right now, being killed by zombies.
Okay.
I thought he was having a time with that.
Thank you for justifying that.
Thank you.
God.
Jose. Okay.
You were like...
I realized how dirty
like,
it sounded.
Oh god!
Oh god, I reached it. And the more difficult it would be to say anything it became. Rainbow was sweating heavily now. Every moment of Pinkie's tongue was driving her crazy. She moved and squirmed under Pinkie's touch, trying to break free. The Earth Pony, in question on the other hoof, was happily going about her business, quite taking up in her time, but still oblivious to the pressure she was going the mare below her.
Rainbow couldn't handle it for much longer. It felt amazing. No pony had ever touched her wings before. She was so sensitive. She could feel everything.
I said like every fanfiction. No. That's like every fanfiction. Anytime anyone touches her wings, it's like, so fucking sensitive.
A droplet of Pinkie's saliva rolled down the length of one of her feathers. She could feel it as it trickled down. Pinky's tongue was becoming too much. Wave after wave of pleasure was racking her entire body. She couldn't think straight. She opened her mouth to speak, but only managed to loll her tongue out and gasp. Pinky, she spoke breathlessly. You need to stop her. Suddenly, Rainbow's body spasmed as she came. She withered around wildly as Pinky finally realized that she was being spoken to.
Pinky hopped off her friend, her eyes wide opening. She didn't know a lot about Pegasi. Had she hurt her friend?
Dashie, are you alright? I'm sorry if I hurt you. Rainbow Dash didn't respond. She simply lay there panting heavily.
Jesus!
Oh god, Combine! Fuck you, Zombie.
Pinky noticed a smell in the air. Her eyes were then drawn to a rather large, damp patch around Rainbow's hindquarters.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's disgusting.
It just got real.
That's
Bro, what the
Sorry. Rainbow Dash curled up on the ground. That was possibly the most humiliating thing that ever happened in her life. She might as well go and live on the moon now, because everyone in Equestria would be laughing at her once they found out about this. That's when she felt Pinky sidle up to her. She felt the mare's warm breath against her face. This smell was sweet. That smell, the cause of all these problems. Hey, Dashie.
Oh shit! Run. Damn it.
I know you would never wanted that kind of fun and games with a pony like me, but...
Wait, what? Rainbow's eyes shot open. Surely not. Another prank? Now? Of all times?
Oh, well, I guess you could call me a silly Billy, but I always sort of had a crush on you, Dashie. Done. Pinky spoke with a softness that was rarely evident in her voice. Ooh. She looked so fragile lying next to Rainbow. The cyan mare was speechless. Pinky was opening up a side of that to her that no pony had ever seen before. Suddenly, Rainbow Dash was overcome with a sudden bravado. Sudden Johnny Bravo. If her mind had a chance to argue, her head shot forward, kissing Pinky. Pinky
Oh my god, Sam, you were too serious.
Motionless for a few seconds while being professional, overwhelmed by what had just happened before reciprocating.
Professional.
The two ponies' tongues entwined, that's clumsy close together. This was better than Rainbow Dash ever imagined. She obviously was to her surroundings. So lost in the moment was she that she barely even noticed when Pinky suddenly broke the kiss. So you do want that kind of fun. She's beaming down at her friend. Rainbow nodded weakly. She could do nothing else. This was by far the weirdest and most awesome day of her life. Well, let's get on with it then. Pinky chirped and bounded into the air and landed behind Rainbow Dash before the Pegasus could make sense of what was happening. She dived into Rainbow Dash's sex.
Oh, shit!
That was perfect! So Rainbow's...
I'm gonna have to edit it later.
No,
Oh my god!
I'm keeping that one in there. Pink.
I'm
Celestia! Rainbow's Dash was still sensitive from her early experience. The sudden intrusion was both painful and wonderful. Pinky lapped happily at Rainbow's folds, savoring the taste, much as her friend had done earlier. Rainbow was quickly rendered silly, her tongue once again lolled out as she was taken to another world. As she could feel, all she could feel was pleasure across every inch of her body.
Pinky looked up at her friend, noticing that her eyes were glazed, that wore a dumb smile on her face. She began to work Rainbow's clit. Why do I get all the bad words? What the hell? Work Rainbow's clit with a poof.
What?
Whilst.
Is it even possible?
Whistle, tongues exploded in the mare. The twitches, occasional moans that she gave, the only indication that she's doing it right. Rainbow snapped back to the real world. She was close. She placed her hooves on the back of Pinky's head, trying to guide her. She didn't care much. She didn't care about being polite. She just.
When does Mom's spaghetti have to do with this story again?
It comes on. Don't worry. It's happening. Separate world. She didn't care much about being polite. She just needed to release. This was so much better than several minutes earlier. She was free. It was like flying, but so much better. She could now embrace the waves of pleasure that overcame her. rather than fight them.
Pinky had no warning as her face was pushed hard into Rainbow's folds. Suddenly, her face was washed with Rainbow's fluid.
God.
You say I don't get the bad words. Pinky tried to best to taste and savor as much of Rainbow's love as she could, but there was simply too much.
That was simply too much.
There's no way.
Someone get a cup.
She felt it trickle down her chin, across her chest, and to her pussy.
Why?
And you don't get any bad stuff.
Which she had been absent-mindedly working with her hoof. Oh gosh, Pinky, I'm sorry, Rainbow apologized as she realized a gasping Pinky's head. Released. That is wait. I'm guessing it's released, but it says realized. Pinky just grinned before butting her on her most adorable face, which she only used when she wanted something.
Please, Dashi, reposefully, using her pet name for the Pegasus. Will you do me now?
Rainbow Dash was still soaking in the afterglow of what had, frankly, been the most amazing moment of her life. Any uncertainty or embarrassment was now a distant memory. Rainbow Dash was back, baby!
It sounds like a goddamn, police, Starsky and Hutch or something.
Yeah. It's like Starsky and Hutch mixed with porn or something.
That's awesome.
Rainbow Dash was back, baby!
She's back. Okay, there's the pleasure.
Then she hopped over an 80s car.
with the Blues Brothers in the background.
I'm a soul man. Okay, enough. Let's do this. The pleasure will be all yours. She said with a wicked smile before rolling Pinky onto her back. Oh, good. She hovered her face above Pinky's. I'm just gonna say love. That smell was overpowering. Rainbow Dash wanted nothing more than dive right into Pinky had with her, but she had plans. Pinky was clearly soaking wet, but Rainbow wanted this to last. She kissed inside of Pinky's thighs, moving her kisses as close as she... Really? Disgusting. As close as she could to her clitoris, without actually touching it.
Ooh, Dashy. Pinky
What
cooed.
the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That was pretty good. Come on. Her eyes closed as she enjoyed the service sex. The Rainbow decided to make her move sex. She began to lick the outside of Pinky's sex. Pinky was already moaning a rhythm.
Wait a minute. That's not part of the story.
Yeah, it is, actually. The last sex he did, that's part of the last story, actually.
Upwards towards Pinky's sex and took it lightly in her teeth. Pinky gasped and her eyes opened before closing as Rainbow flicked her tongue across its sex. The Rainbow then took Pinky's clit between her lips and sucked gently across it, yielding a cute squeak from her partner's sex.
Finally, Rainbow thrust her tongue into Pinky, moving around wildly.
Oh god! Damn it, run.
Run!
I'm gonna give the audience a visual here, as this is her movement with her tongue. Okay.
Okay, listen, Richard Nixon, alright, there's no time for this.
I'll screw you like I screwed Vietnam.
Okay, later.
Ah!
Okay, now I have to start this whole thing. Finally, Rainbow thrust her tongue into Pinky, moving around wildly, trying to explore the mirror, to taste as much of her as she could. Oh, Dashi, I love you, Dashi. Pinky moaned and began to move her hips, guiding Rainbow's tongue around inside of her.
I just made a hip movement, by the way.
Okay,
To Pinky. What'd you say?
What you say?
You went where? Wait, who? Sorry. I love you too, Pinky, the Siam mare spoke into Pinky, the vibrations of her voice sending her crazy. What is her vaginal walkie-talkie? Even closer to the edge.
Over.
Vagina walkie-talkie.
I would buy that so quickly. I would just buy that and give it to my friend and say, let's do this.
What? Rainbow responded by moving quicker, her tongue moving around inside Pinky like a mare possessed. She took a hoof and began tracing circles around Pinky's clit, who yelped at the touch, but continued to moan, writhing in pleasure.
Pinky let out a long whine as she came, Rainbow waiting, a mouth open to collect as much of the liquid as she
God
could.
damn it.
It was a taste that she never wanted to forget.
Makes me die.
The first taste from her that she loved.
Rainbow moved up and cuddled up to Pinky, who nuzzled her appreciatively. Aw, cute!
Aww.
They lay for what felt like seconds, but may have been minutes, or even hours, enjoying the post-coital? Bliss.
Cyanide.
The cyanide.
Cyanide.
That's not even close.
Enjoying the cyanide. Anyway.
Cyanide bliss.
I'll take it.
You know, Dashie, I meant what I said back then. I really do love you. But if you don't love me back, then that's okay, because...
Rainbow Dash silenced Pinky with another kiss. A short, beautiful kiss tangled
Aww.
with each other's love.
Are you gay?
I love you too, Pinks.
Power!
I created this account so I could keep my anonymity. I never did co-op before and probably won't ever do it again, but I had a crazy idea and I had to follow through. I almost didn't inform any of my pre-readers because I didn't want to traumatize them. I hope it wasn't too terrible. I hope you didn't take it too seriously. That is all, Six.
I took it so seriously.
Yeah, ponies are real.
So, readers, that was the story. And,
we hope you enjoyed this first kind of thing of Take This Medkit.
Yes, Sam, how long was the recording?
I don't know.
we'll talk about that later. Also, I want to ThanksAntsThants for the story that we didn't even tell them we were going to use. This is our first video. And we wanted to make this the first video, a clapfic, because if we didn't, no one would watch it.
Yeah, it's very true. Let's see. Do we want to give any shout-outs? I want to give a shout-out to,
I'm gonna give a shout out to the devil. Thanks, devil.
I'd like to give a shout out to
I'm gonna give a shout-out to Warren Faust. Thank you for making my...
Woo, go devil.
Whoa, you better thank her when we get appropriate stuff, alright?
Oh,
you don't throw her in there.
Jesus.
Lauren, thank you for the porn.
Thanks so much.
Right now,
I'd
it's
like
more
to
like
thank
God
Sam,
devil.
my girlfriend. Not
like-
Sam in the call,
Well-
but my Sam.
I'd like
She didn't do anything, but I'm thinking.
I'd like to give a shout-out to Samantha. Thank you, Samantha, for listening, if you do. And...
She's probably not gonna watch it.
I would like to thank DHX for writing the awesome ending to My Little Pony, the finale too. It was amazing. I loved it.
And all of these things are gonna be cut.
All the things. Okay, so should we all say the ending together, guys? Come on.
Okay.
No.
The
Okay.
ending.
You know what it is.
Well, let's
It's
end
our
with
name.
this. My name is Sam, or Freeman Ash.
My name is Slydrip.
My name is Olivia Munn.
It's his real name, Jose. And the other guy...
Flag.
His name is Swag.
Tom's T-Man Swag.
Shit!
Take this med kit!
Take this
Sure.
medkit.
Flag.
Take this medkit!